Well, welcome YouTubers, thanks for checking out this video. Now this is going to be a special one for this channel, as it's going to be the first one I can review a product from a retail company from America. So they sent me an item to review and show for you guys. Now I know it's only a little channel, but this is kind of special for me and I'm pretty excited to jump into this. So the company is called Shop Happily and they do have awesome stuff on their website. But fortunately everything is from America, so you have to import it. That does have come with an extra bit of cost. But the actual content that I will be reviewing is going to be listed on Amazon. And that is going to be based in the UK. So you can actually get this item, which I'll review in a minute. Actually, you kind of already know because of the thumbnail. That actually got sent to me just the day after with Amazon Prime. So the items that I will be reviewing will be listed and be available in the UK. So let's jump into an unboxing and review of the Wingman converter. So here it is. So it's a tiny little cute box, I must say, and on the side here it does state that it's compatible with 360 controllers, Xbox Elite 1 and Xbox Elite 2 to work on the PlayStation 4, and it also gives you more of a rundown on the compatibility. So it does state that it's compatible with the 360 wireless receiver and the Elite controllers, the arcade sticks, and also some other peripherals that are included on the original Xbox. Let's give this box open. It's got a nice little professional sticker on the side, and there we go. It was a bit stuck, but let's have it open and see what we get all together. So here we have this, really boxed and contained really well, and I do like the condition of this USB adapter. On the back here it's got some QR codes, so we can give you straight to their website. And let's have a look at this dongle. So it's built really well. I do like the look of it. The quality of it is quite professional, I've got to say, and I do like the build of it. You've got the LEDs on the side and more information on the back. So I do say it is built really well. So we'll see what else we got in the box. So it does include some stickers. So yeah, I like stickers. Why not? They're awesome. And then what else have we got in the box? Give it a tug. There we go. So we got a nice keyring with the company emblem. I do love it when keyrings come bundled in with limited edition games and things like that. I think it's a nice touch. So that's what we have all together. So first things first, I had to go to the website that was suggested on the back of the box and download their update firmware software. So that was pretty simple. The website was easy to navigate around. So I got that downloaded and double clicked it and it opened straight away. So I plugged it in. And it was that simple. You get the dongle to flash a couple of times, and it does state on the software then when it's all done. So that's ready and updated with anything that needed patching. So let's now hook this up to the PlayStation 4. So it does stick out quite a bit. It's a shame the PlayStation 4 doesn't have a USB at the back. So let's hold down the sync button. And now we've got my Xbox One controller. Press the Xbox One button and then press the receiver button. So that's flashing now, so it does indicate now when they're both flashing, the Xbox One controller should sync up when the light has been steady, and there we have it. It did take a bit, like 30 seconds to actually get this synced up, but not too long, so now we're good to go. Let's see what happens here. Oh my god, look at it. It's moving. It's moving the PlayStation 4 menu with an Xbox One controller. The earth has just gone upside down. What is going on? This is amazing. So the actual response rate is pretty sweet. Just navigating around on this PlayStation 4 menu is pretty sweet. So I'm just going to boot up Streets of Rage 4 to see how this Xbox One handles with the wireless receiver with this Brook's USB dongle. So it seems to be using quite well. This is not too bad. Feels a bit weird playing with the Xbox One controller, gotta say. And it does seem to, yeah, it's working. All the buttons are working. They seem to sync out and on. But I have to say though, with this Xbox One controller, I have had problems in the past with other receivers not really accepting this Xbox One controller. But for this to actually accept it and then kind of dip out with responding to my inputs is a bit weird. Okay, let's jump out of that and try a different game just to see if it happens to be responding better with a different game. So let's close that and just open a FPS so I can see the response with firing a weapon, for instance. Okay, here we go. Let's see what it's like looking down the scope. So I don't know if you noticed, but the timing I actually press the button and what you see on the screen, it does seem to be a little bit of delay. So I'm going to try and cable this up now. So there's no wireless going on. I'm going to hook this up straight to the controller and see if there's any benefits with the response. So to do this, just literally put in your USB cable and then press the Xbox One. And this is actually using a lot better now. This is much better than using the wireless receiver mode. So the response just feels almost, yeah, I would say just like a PlayStation 4 controller. But to be honest, with the wireless mode, you have to take that as a pinch of salt, because I had problems with syncing up this Xbox One controller with other receivers. So I do like to try it with this another Xbox One controller to be sure that it is just the controller or the receiver itself. But hooking up with the cable, it is feeling like a PlayStation 4 controller with a response. So now let's head back to Streets of Rage 4, because I know the response with this controller and I've played this game a lot to really feel if there's any delay. And I gotta say, this is awesome. This is just like using a PlayStation 4 controller with a response. So I do recommend, if you get this, use the USB cable. So now let's go ahead and hook up the Xbox 360 Wi-Fi receiver that you normally plug into a PC, or I've been using it for my micro consoles to get my 360 controllers on them. But let's give this a hookup. So you just simply put the USB connector into the end of this USB receiver, and you just press the receiver button on the actual dongle itself, and then press the Xbox button and then hold the receiver button. So hopefully now this should flash and indicate it is player 1. It's still flashing. What's going on here? Let's see the compatibility. Yep, it totally does say that it's 360 compatible. Perhaps I haven't really unsynced the last controller. Let's unplug it and do it again. So I'm going to sync it first with the controller and then press the receiver sync button. Still flashing. Right then, I turned the whole thing off and plugged it back in. Let's see what's going on now. Oh, bam! That was a lot quicker. So, yes, whenever you're setting this up with other controllers, just make sure you turn off the PS4 and you have unplugged it, and then replug it and turn it back on. Now using a 360 controller on a PlayStation 4. Now this is awesome. A lot of people do prefer the 360 or the Xbox controllers rather than the PlayStation 4. I do prefer them in certain games, and I do really like using the 360 controllers because I've used them for many years. And I gotta say now, this is absolutely awesome. The response is just like the real thing. I haven't noticed any delay input, and I am preferring the Wi-Fi receiver with the 360 controllers. They are pretty sweet. Now I've got to head over now to do an ultimate test using the arcade stick. So I got the receiver plugged in again, and this is my wireless 360 arcade stick. This is something I would really like to get working. It does state that it does, but it's just really surprising how this would actually work on a PlayStation 4. So we're pressing the button. We're now going to hold down the sync. Wow, that was it. That's it. That's all I had to do. Sweet. Now let's head over to the PlayStation 4 screen. Let's see what's going on. What? No way. My 360 arcade stick is working on my PS4 now. This is amazing. And response is just spot on. That's awesome. It's freaking me out a bit, but still, it's so good. So now I have to go and show you some Street Fighter V gameplay using my Tekken Xbox 360 controller. Now I had to undate this for about 2 hours, so eventually I've got here, but this is sweet. And just to confirm with you guys, this is a third-party Xbox One controller that is wired straight into the USB port, and everything works absolutely fine with this. So one thing you may be thinking is that the PlayStation 4 controller has a touchpad, so how do they go around about doing that? Well, Brooks has covered this for us, as you have to hold down on the Xbox One controller, I believe it's the options button on the left, and then you hold that down and press a direction on the analog stick, and then that will indicate the position of what you're pressing on the touchpad. So I really do think that's a good touch. And one thing I have heard about Brooks, the company, from other people covering this item, is that they do actually reply on feedback and do want to get updates and support the gaming community. So this is something really good about Brooks. Now I do think that these dongles are pretty awesome. I do believe Brooks have done an awesome job, and if you head to their website they do a lot more covering these dongles for older game consoles. They have a lot of stock for different type of things, so just take your time and check out the website, which I add in the description below. Now when it came to the Xbox One controller that I first actually covered, do take that as a pinch of salt because I've had problems with that controller syncing up with other devices. So I just want to make sure later on when I can actually get myself another Xbox One controller, I'll make sure to add this in the description below and how that came across. Now I'd just like to thank Shop Happily for contacting me to review one of their products from their web store. Now I do recommend checking out their website because they got some awesome stuff, a lot of peripherals, a lot of accessories, and pretty fun to play with, especially if you're a gamer. Now with this product that I reviewed, the actual link to purchase this from the UK from Amazon will be in the description below, so click on that to get your own if you fancy doing that yourself. So as always guys, if you like this video, hit that button. If you want to help and support this channel, click subscribe, leave your comments below, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.